Imagine a river that never runs dry. That's exactly what happens when beavers get involved. These industrious creatures build dams using branches and mud, creating ponds that store water during wet seasons to use in dry ones. It's like they're nature's own reservoir system. In the 1960s, reintroduction programs began for Eurasian beavers across Europe and Asia. These programs were a huge success, with the population increasing significantly. By 2008, their numbers had risen so much that the International Union for Conservation of Nature (IUCN) enlisted them as least concern. This rapid growth is not just because they're cute. It's all about the incredible environmental benefits beavers bring to our ecosystems. Beaver dams are like natural water storage tanks. When rivers flow freely, beavers gather branches and mud to construct these dams. These structures don't just create ponds, they transform landscapes into a series of interconnected wetlands that can hold much more water than before. During dry seasons, the stored water slowly filters through the soil, providing a steady supply for plants, animals, and even human communities downstream. For instance, in areas like Scotland and England, where beavers have been reintroduced, these dams have helped maintain river flow during droughts. In one study, it was found that beaver-created ponds can hold up to 10 times more water than the adjacent river channel source. Journal of Applied Ecology. This means less stress on local water supplies and a buffer against extreme weather events. Moreover, these interconnected wetlands created by beavers act as natural flood buffers. When heavy rainfall occurs, the stored water slowly releases into the system, reducing the risk of flooding downstream. In the Netherlands, researchers found that areas with active beaver populations experienced a 30% reduction in peak river flows during extreme weather events. Source: ecological applications. But storing water isn't all these dams do. They also play a crucial role in improving water quality. As water flows through the ponds, it gets filtered by vegetation and sediment, removing pollutants like pesticides and excess nutrients. In fact, studies have shown that water quality can improve significantly within just 1 year of beaver activity. Source: environmental management. This is particularly important for fisheries and aquatic ecosystems that depend on clean water. In North America, where beavers were reintroduced to the Willamette River in Oregon, scientists observed a 50% decrease in nutrient pollution levels over 5 years. The filtered water also had lower turbidity, meaning clearer water with fewer suspended particles. Source: ecological engineering. Cleaner water supports a healthier aquatic ecosystem and ensures that downstream communities have access to better quality drinking water. In addition to water storage and filtration, these ponds provide a vital habitat for various wildlife species. Beavers create an interconnected network of wetlands that supports a diverse range of flora and fauna. For example, amphibians like frogs and salamanders rely on the shallow waters of beaver ponds for breeding. Waterfowl such as ducks and geese find ideal nesting sites in these areas. A study conducted in Canada showed that areas with active beaver activity had up to 40% more species richness compared to non-beaver sites. Source: landscape ecology. This biodiversity boost is crucial for maintaining ecological balance and ensuring the resilience of local ecosystems. The presence of beavers also encourages other species to move into these newly created habitats, leading to a ripple effect that benefits the entire ecosystem. The benefits extend beyond just wildlife. Beaver dams also help prevent flooding downstream by slowing down water flow and allowing it to seep into the ground. This process, known as groundwater recharge, is crucial for maintaining underground aquifers that provide long-term water supplies. In fact, studies have shown that in areas with beaver activity, there's a 30% reduction in peak river flows during heavy rainfall events. Source: ecological applications. For example, in the United States, researchers found that beaver-created ponds could increase groundwater recharge rates by up to 50%. This not only reduces surface water runoff, but also recharges aquifers, providing a sustainable source of fresh water for both wildlife and human communities. In some areas, this has led to the recovery of historically dry wells and springs. Source: environmental research letters. Moreover, these dams play a significant role in combating climate change by storing carbon. The vegetation around the ponds acts as a carbon sink, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere and locking it away in plant tissues. When beavers fell trees to build dams, they inadvertently create more space for growth elsewhere, further enhancing this natural carbon storage mechanism. A study published in Global Change Biology found that areas with beaver activity could store up to 30% more carbon compared to similar environments without beavers. Source: Global Change Biology. This not only helps mitigate climate change, but also supports the health of local ecosystems by providing additional biomass and habitat for wildlife. Despite all these benefits, There are challenges to reintroducing beavers into areas where they've been absent for centuries. Landowners may resist because of concerns about damage to crops and infrastructure. However, with proper management and education, these issues can often be mitigated. In many places, local communities have come together to support beaver reintroduction programs, recognizing the long-term benefits for both wildlife and human communities. For example, in Scotland, where beavers were reintroduced in 2009, farmers worked closely with conservation organizations to develop guidelines for coexistence. These included measures like installing grazing barriers around ponds and using netting to protect crops from browsing beavers. Source: Scottish Natural Heritage. By engaging local stakeholders and addressing their concerns, these programs have been successful in promoting the return of this vital ecosystem engineer. In conclusion, beavers are nature's engineers, creating dams that not only store water but also improve water quality, provide habitat diversity, and contribute to flood control and carbon storage. As climate change continues to challenge our ability to manage droughts effectively, understanding and embracing the ecological role of beavers could offer a natural solution to many of these issues. Beavers act as nature's reservoirs, maintaining river flow during dry periods, filtering pollutants from water, creating diverse habitats for wildlife, recharging groundwater, and even sequestering carbon. By reintroducing or supporting existing populations of beavers, we can enhance the resilience of our ecosystems against drought and other environmental challenges. So next time you see a beaver hard at work, remember that they're not just cute. They're part of an intricate system designed to ensure water security for generations to come. Beavers are not only a symbol of nature's ingenuity, but also a vital tool in the fight against climate change and the preservation of our planet's natural resources. Their return can bring about significant ecological benefits that will be felt by future generations.